Welcome back, guys, to G-Site, and now we're gonna cover
The Campaign!
starring
Will
Ferrell
and Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, I still have trouble pronouncing.
Dude,
that.
you're getting there. It's
Eventually.
a long Greek name.
Yeah. So this movie is a political comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically about two congressmen battling it out.
One congressman and one congressman wannabe.
Yeah.
Battling it out in a district in North Carolina, hence the heavy southern accents by everybody involved.
Yeah.
So in this case, it's Will Ferrell he's the incumbent, Cam Brady, and he's going for his fourth or fifth term.
Fifth, I think.
Fifth term in Congress. The problem is that the powers that be, technically the March Brothers, played by Dan Aykroyd
and John
Lithgow, they kind of feel like they can't control this guy. They have some plans to bring in Chinese labor into North Carolina, so they decided, let's make somebody run against this guy because that's somebody we can just control.
Yeah.
So they end up looking for somebody to mold. So there's Brian Cox, who's an old political hand already. But he's too old, so they get his son. What's his name again?
Marty Huggins.
Marty Huggins, yeah, Marty Huggins, played by Zach Galifianakis, who's always been a little weird. And they decide, this is the guy that we can mold and we can have him run.
Yeah.
And it turns into a classic mudslinging political fest that every Filipino should watch.
Yeah. Keep an eye out for that one.
Yeah.
For that reference.
Basically, it's nice because it's timely. It's timely for the Philippines. It's timely for the U.S. because they're having their elections.
Have an election in about 2 months.
Yeah. So in that sense, that's cool. It has elements of previous political movies like Dave and The Distinguished Gentleman of Eddie Murphy.
Right.
This one really did have its laugh out loud.
Yes,
Both of us
definitely.
were cracking up in the cinema. And it worked. It worked for me. Man.
Yeah, it was entertaining. I mean,
surprisingly.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting a lot of chemistry between these two great comedians because they are great comedians. I love Will Ferrell so much. And I've been a Zach Galifianakis fan before The Hangover. When he was just guesting on Cohen's old show and he was just playing the piano and being deadpan.
Yeah.
So here he gets to play a character who's not like him. It's kind of weird, but it works.
Yeah, it works. Honestly, a lot of Will Ferrell movies are for me like a hit or miss. They're the highs, so you have like Anchorman,
Old School.
Yeah, even Talladega Nights.
Okay.
I found that funny.
Okay.
And there are those movies of his where I'm just like,
like
shoot.
I like Blades of Glory.
Blades of Glory was entertaining.
Blades
of Glory was entertaining. I wasn't really fond of the one with Mark Wahlberg.
I didn't even watch that. I heard it was bad.
Yeah, there were some like
the one with The Rock and Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, what was that again? That was just like there were like some funny bits in the beginning, and then it just loses steam halfway through. But this one I found really funny. This is one of Will Ferrell's funnier comedies.
Yeah.
It was actually it was a satire.
Yeah.
It was a smart satire. So it had really biting humor, taking stabs at American politics, how it's really big corporations with big money that are influencing all the politicians. So very timely here. But there are so many fun bits here.
I'm glad that they got basically a good cast. Aside from the guys we've mentioned, they had Jason Sudeikis of SNL as Will Ferrell's campaign manager. And they bring in Dylan McDermott to play Zach Galifianakis' campaign manager, who's got a shady past, to say the least. This was just a fun movie, Again, the dialogue was fine. The scenes were great. I mean, the whole part about, babies are supposed to be kissed during these campaigns. But something else happens here.
If you've seen the trailer, you'll know what we mean.
Yeah. Then even the dog from The Artist was brought in and he suffers a similar fate.
Dogs don't get a good having any fun scenes in this movie.
So a movie from Jay Roach, from Austin Powers fame. So he brings that kind of twisted humor.
He brings the twisted humor, and it also kind of helps because apparently he did a lot of He did some political dramas for HBO.
Okay.
Yeah, he did one about like the 2008 election. I just can't remember the name right now.
The one with Julianne Moore?
It had Kevin Spacey in it.
Okay.
So the guy kind of knows his way around, familiar with like political movies.
Okay.
And then him and ironically, considering his background from Austin Powers. So, it's a kind of a good fusion.
Right.
A good mix with it.
And whenever Will Ferrell puts on an accent, it's funny.
Yeah. And he's in his wheelhouse because he played George Bush.
Yeah, he was basically.